for the news side of things tonight. You're all caught up for the week ahead. If you've missed any part of the 10 o'clock news, you can always catch an encore on our free streaming app, Fox Local. To scan this QR code on your screen to download the free Fox Local app on your phone, where you can then stream our newscasts anytime. And stay with us, because Sports Extra with Tina Cervasio starts right now.
Coming up on Sports Extra, baseball in the Bronx. Yankees had the lead, but a pitching breakdown did them in once again. And then we go across to the West Coast to see how the Mets fared against a former teammate in Luis Severino on the mound. Well, this week is the final week that you will hear Hall of Fame hockey play-by-play voice of the Rangers, Sam Rosen, calling Blue Shirts games on MSG Network. The legend joins us on tonight's show to reflect both on his career and what a memorable season it has been for him before turning off his microphone later this week. We will also be joined by a former Knicks player who is announcing his retirement from basketball, but also telling us stories of his journey from Queens, New York to the Garden to Asia, and now back to his alma mater, as Kyle O'Quinn will be here in studio. And our Jennifer Williams shares a special story, how the Brooklyn Nets are the first team on the East Coast to make in-person games more accessible to the visually impaired. Plus, a new Masters champion puts on his green jacket as a new edition of Sports Extra gets started right now.
It's time for Sports Extra, presented by your local Toyota dealers.
Good evening. Hope you're having a great weekend, and we are so glad you are spending your Sunday night here with us. This is Sports Extra, presented by your local Toyota dealers. I'm Tina Cervasio. So baseball season is really in full swing now, and luckily today actually started to feel a little bit more like spring. But with the Yankees at home trying to take 2 out of 3 against the San Francisco Giants to wrap up their series in the Bronx, something else felt a little familiar. A pitching breakdown once again after a strong start by Carlos Rodon. In his 4th start of the season, looking to win his 2nd game, Rodon was cruising with a 3-1 lead until the 6th inning, when he gave up this 3-run home run to Jung-Hoo Lee, which was Lee's 2nd homer of the game, and that put the Giants up 4-3. Yanks did pull within 1. It was 5-4 in the 9th, but they couldn't take the lead. Ryan Walker strikes out Aaron Judge to end the game. The Giants take the rubber match, beating the Yankees 5-4. Rodon falls to 1-3. The Yankees now 8-7 to start the season. Well, as for the Mets, they were on the road going for the series win over the Athletics, facing old teammate Luis Severino on the hill. Severino shut out the Mets until the 6th inning, when Luis Torrens broke through, knocking in a run with a single. By the way, the Mets were 0 for their last 27 with men on base until that hit. Well, thanks to some more small ball, the Mets beat the Athletics 8-0. Their 3rd shutout of the season, as Kodai Senga gets the win. Juan Soto, though, 0 for 3 with 2 walks. The Mets, though, 10-5 now to start the year. Well, you know the tagline, said each year by the television voice of the Masters, Jim Nantz. It's a tradition unlike any other. But today's final round of the Masters took on something very different than tradition, going to a playoff for the first time since 2017. 4 rounds of golf, not enough at Augusta National to determine who would wear that green jacket today. And heading into the final round with Rory McIlroy as the leader, well, today he had both a rough start and bad final hole to force a playoff, with Justin Rose both finishing 11 under. McIlroy's lead dwindled to 1 stroke heading to the 18th hole, falling into that tie with Rose because of a bogey. But it took just 1 playoff hole for McIlroy to recover. On the 73rd hole of the tournament, Rose was already on the green. McIlroy's 2nd shot rolled past Rose's ball to within just a few feet of the hole. Rose missed his putt, but McIlroy, putting for birdie, and history makes his putt. And finally, after 11 years since winning his last major, Rory McIlroy is your 2025 Masters champion, his first at Augusta, as McIlroy becomes just the 6th golfer ever to complete the career Grand Slam.